Chapter 3. Blood That Wasn't Yours. I was born behind walls that lied like they loved me. Each brick a quiet betrayal. Freedom was a lullaby sung to cages, never meant for wolves with blood in their teeth. They didn't call me monster until I stopped flinching at the mirror. The sky never opened. It tore, screaming, under fists they taught me to keep still. Every step forward burned the ghost of who I used to be. I didn't become the storm, I just stopped running from it. Now the world stutters when I breathe. Like it knows, I finally chose violence. She closed the book, soft and steady, as if the words were smoke still hanging in the air. The rain was light, barely there, but enough to paint her coat in glistening edges. Twin afro puffs framed her face like echoes of something innocent long gone. Her goggles sat on her forehead, lenses fogged and rain-speckled. She didn't blink much, didn't move unless it mattered. Quiet type, the kind of silence that comes after grief, not fear. She didn't look like trouble, but the city felt different when she stood still. Like even the buildings knew she wasn't built to be understood, just endured. Below her, the city pulsed, vibrant and alive, a rainforest wrapped in circuitry. Skyscrapers climbed like trees, wrapped in vertical gardens and solar vines. Roads curved with the terrain, lit by soft moss glow, where sleek cars hummed past beneath canopies of engineered leaves. Sky trams drifted across vine-draped rails, and balconies bloomed with fruit, flowers, and folded laundry. Screens shimmered quietly behind hanging orchids. The air smelled like wet soil, clean power, and street food steam. Nature didn't compete with the tech here. It wove through it, and everything moved like it had somewhere to go. Then came the ring, a high, delicate chime. Too soft for the city, too loud to ignore. Something small broke through the mist. Fluttering wings, a silver streak the size of flame. It landed on her shoulder like it had done it 1,000 times. Coda, barely 6 inches tall, wings arched like skeletal bat bones. Metal, jointed, silent, with small propulsion vents pulsing at the base. A smoky mist leaked from her back, cloaking her in a ghost-like blur. Her frame was sleek, cyberpunk, an android fairy carved from chrome and secrets. One glowing eye blinked beneath a cracked cheek plate. Circuits hummed wrong around her. She didn't glow. She haunted. Coda, voice small but wired with static. I hoped it was someone trying to kill you. Something interesting. But no, just the usual disappointment. Cast into her head, Coda projected a flickering blue hollow screen from his chest, hovering midair like fog light. A man's voice came through, dry, gravel-throated, and annoyed. Detective Kass. Renko. Brief Pause. Sirens low in the background. His voice stayed cold. We've got one body at Dock Warehouse 8. Unknown male, high-end clothes. No ID burn cash. Empty case. Whoever hid it knew what they were doing, and they wanted to be gone before anyone noticed. Another pause. Then, no cameras, no trail, nothing useful. Kass's lips barely moved. Then call me when you've got something. Renko ignored it, sending coordinates to your pet demon. The call ended. Coda scoffed, folding its arms. Pet demon? I prefer portable chaos with good posture. Flight route, Kass said flatly. Coda fluttered beside her, wings twitching. Already mapped. 7 minutes rooftop. For if you jump and hope I catch you. She didn't smile. Just took one slow step toward the edge. Coda clicked its tongue. All right then. Brace for interface. It dropped from her shoulder and spun midair, wings flaring wide, body arching. A pulse of blue light blinked from its chest as it surged forward, straight into the center of her back. There was no impact, no shudder, just a low hum and a ripple of heat. Her coat reacted instantly. The black fabric unraveled in layers, peeling apart and rebuilding itself in ghost-white plates, soft like cloth, hard like memory. The fibers shifted over her shoulders, wrapping her frame, locking into seams along her arms and spine. The hood stretched, morphed. Her boots resealed. Light traced her goggles like veins charging on her skin. Mechanical wings unfolded from her back, silent, curved, built like the bones of extinct bats. No flash, no glow, just clean design, brutal symmetry. Coda's voice filtered through the suit now, warmer, but still full of that static mischief. So one body, no trail, burnt cash, empty case, a pause. What do you think this is? Kass stepped to the edge of the rooftop, wind brushing her heels. Her answer came sharp, quiet. Someone hiding something loud. With silence. She dropped. Wings opened. The city vanished beneath her. Tremonti's Ristorante. The clatter of silverware and the warm bass of laughter echoed off brick walls, slick with old stories. The back room of Tremonti's Ristorante smelled like garlic, wine, and history, the kind that bled when cut too deep. Low lights draped the long table in gold, and soft jazz trickled out of an old speaker hanging crooked near the ceiling. A red checkered tablecloth stretched across the mahogany like a battlefield dressed for Sunday dinner. Bottles of Merlot sat open beside half-finished plates of veal marsala, calamari, and baked ziti bubbling in cast iron. Smoke from a fat cigar curled upward, mixing with the scent of sweet sauce and sweat. Don Luca Marchelli sat at the head of the table. Hair slicked back like the past never touched him, white shirt unbuttoned at the neck, gold chain resting against a chest built on reputation. His laugh came deep, chesty, like a man who didn't fake enjoyment. He ordered it, so then I tell the prick, if you can't find the money, maybe check where your balls used to be. He chuckled, flicking ash into a ceramic dish shaped like a clown's mouth. The table roared. Vince, Gio, Tommy Two Licks, and Nico the Cough leaned back in their chairs, wine sloshing, plates rattling, napkins draped over thighs like royalty in exile. Tommy slapped the table, face red. Boss, you kill me with this shit. I'm telling you, you should have been a stand-up, not a fucking Don. Don Lucas smirked, slicing into his steak with surgical ease. Yeah, maybe I'll open a fucking comedy club. The Laughing Rat. You and your mother can open for me. The laughter spiked again until it didn't. Rocco, younger, lean, a little too twitchy to sit long, stepped away from the table, phone buzzing in his palm like a nervous tick. He glanced down, face tightening. He stared at the screen for 3 slow beats, then looked up. Something in his posture changed. Shoulders dipped. Voice dropped. He walked back, leaned down at Don Luca's ear. Whispered. Luca's knife paused mid-cut. The smile vanished. His gold ring clinked against the plate as he lowered his hand, slow and heavy. Say it again, he said, low, sharp, not loud, not soft. A blade wrapped in velvet. Rocco cleared his throat, eyes darting across the table. It's Vinny, boss. Your nephew. He's gone. Found him laid out in some warehouse. Clean hit, chest shot. No ID, cash burned. Case empty. Luca's jaw clenched. A muscle twitched near his eye. Who told you? Gazzini, Rocco said. Our guy on the inside. He called it in before the report hit dispatch. Said it was professional. Said whoever did it wanted it that way. The table was quiet now. Forks hovered midair. Wine sat untouched. Tommy Two Licks whispered, Jesus, little Vinny. Luca didn't blink. Just reached for his cigar, rolled it between his fingers. How long ago? Hour. Maybe less. Luca exhaled smoke slow, eyes glassy now but hard. That boy's blood ain't even dry yet. Nico the Cough leaned forward. You want us to put word out? Start a skin questions? Maybe crack a few skulls for the story? Luca's voice came back low, steady. No, we don't ask nothing. Not yet. He tapped ash into his plate. First we find out who else knew he was there. Then we find out who didn't. Gio shifted. You think it was a setup? I think, Lucas said slowly, someone touched blood that ain't theirs and thought I wouldn't notice. The room stayed silent, tension bleeding through the walls like gas. Luca stood, adjusted his cuffs, gold links glinting beneath the light. Call Gazzini back. Tell him to keep his ears open and his mouth shut. No leaks. Rocco nodded fast. Got it, boss. Luca looked around the table, then down at his untouched steak. Wrap this up. Lock down the books. No one moves product till I say so. He turned for the door, muttering one last line that hung like a funeral bell. If this city's got a ghost problem, then I'm about to start haunting.
Lightning strikes, but never falls to ground. The storm becomes a beast, silent